welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful night. And in today's video, well, I went back to the, how do I even say this? I went back to the art store, Pinch Creative. This time I got this guy here. So if I turn it the right way, you're not going to really see the full thing, so we're going to turn it sideways. And this might be fun. Anyway, so it's a mixed media Blick, what do I even call it? It's a sketch pad, and it's by the company Blick. Ignore all noises that you hear. So it was for $7,500. Yes, I know it's pretty pricey, but it was, I'm not sure if it's worth the prices yet, so we're going to test it out today. We have 60 sheets. It weighs 80 pounds. I don't really know about all of these things. I just know that it's pretty bigger than what we're accustomed to. And I went to buy the watercolor pad, but then I decided mixed media pad would be better, because instead of just using watercolor in it, I can also use acrylic. I think I have gouache. I'm not sure, but I can also use gouache in it too. So that's the good thing about it, is that I am not limited to watercolor only. And here we have like a little thing here that goes through the stuff. It seems like it is good for graphite pencil, colored pencil. It is not really good with pen and ink. Oh, sketching, it's not really good with pen and ink. You can draw, trace, paint. I'm not sure I understand this first part quite well, so we are just going to go to our front page. We're going to start a drawing. We have 60 sheets to play with around here. Now it comes to the part of what material am I going to use today. Now in my last video I used these guys, hope you can see it quite clear, and this was what I had bought from, what's the place? I had bought it from Massey, but I had also gotten a pack of watercolors from them too. I believe this is the watercolor that I got from them. So last time, while trying out the watercolor sketchbook, I used these, so now I'm actually going to use these true watercolors. And I don't actually have a clean, I have, but they're not clean. So this is a broken watercolor palette that I have, so I'm just going to use this. I have to go wash it out, and then when I come back, we're going to squeeze these out, and we're going to come up with something that we can actually draw, something that we're going to like. So we've got it all cleaned up. Now we're just going to shoot this all the way up here, and we're going to put our paint in, but we still haven't figured out what we're gonna paint as yet, and we'll just make up our mind. Now this thing here, I have no idea why it's stuck. This is the only one that we can't seem. Oh, okay, well,
you do know that's even totally not a thing, right?
it's not that clear.
So I figure that you and Jonathan are still going strong. You guys are going to college together, and
Sorry, I was watching Stranger Things. Let me just get these colors in here fast, and then we can just start. Oh no, I nastied the page already. For some reason, I just can't seem to keep white clean. Anyway, water is going to be going, I'm saying water paint will be going on top of it, so it won't really matter. So we've got our blue, sorry, we've got our black. Now we're gonna leave a space here in case we want to get a lighter color of the black. Blue. Now again, with watercolor, when you're using watercolors, if you want to go lighter, you don't need to add white to this. You can just add a shit ton of water, and you can get a lighter version of the color. But there is a lighter blue here, but still, you could just keep adding water, and you get a lighter version of each color. You can even, from this black, you can get a grayish color from it by just adding water. Now based on these colors, I mean, it would make sense for me to just visualize what I want to draw first, than to just put all of these colors out here and just waste them. But oh well, I'm going to try to find a way to use all of the colors. Oh my god, this one wasn't giving out anything. When I first got it, I had an issue with some of them. I think I have the video up there where okay, finally some paint, some pigment, yay. Sorry if I'm not super excited or whatnot to talk, it's just that I am feeling somewhat dull. I have a portrait painting that I actually need to get done for tomorrow. For tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I need to get this portrait painting done and taken in. But I have not even started that painting as yet, nor have I even sketched it out onto canvas or done anything close to it as yet. So guess we're going to be pulling an all-nighters trying to get that one done. And my video turned out, I had stopped making video for quite some time, and it's not because I just, oh, this one's gonna be messy. Anyway, it's not because I didn't want to. I really had a lot of things that I wanted to show you guys while I was painting, but it's just that I stopped painting out in my art area and I went to my bedroom and I was painting in there. I didn't have any way to set up a camera or anything. I was basically sitting on the ground and painting late at night while I watched Doctor Who. I'm at season 10, but to be honest, Clara died and I didn't want Clara to die, so I've stopped watching it for now. I will continue watching it again, or maybe I'll start over from the beginning and watch all the way back to season 10, but I really love the character Clara, and it's so sad to see that she died. Now I've blabbed on about Doctor Who. Anyway, from Doctor Who, I've started watching Stranger Things. To be honest, I'm not really liking it that much. I guess some parts of it was nice. Now the white in watercolor, you don't really need the white. There isn't much purpose for the white in watercolor, but we're still gonna add it here anyways because I did use white a few dozen times for several other paintings, and now we are just going to go run some ideas on what we can do. Sorry if you haven't seen me swatch it. I made a video where I swatched all of it, but a painting that I did earlier today would be, where is it? This guy. It is up on my Instagram account. You can go there and check it out anytime. So let's get into picking ideas on what we can draw. So now that we're coming to the end of the video, I would just like to say I hope you guys enjoyed. If so, please do hit that subscribe button and like our videos. I mean, if you're not subscribed, what are you doing wasting time? Subscribe to our channel so you can see more art video. And I've got to say about the page roll, to be honest, I've always had issue with a little bit of ripping when peeling off the tape, and there was a little seep through, but then I did lay on the paint really heavy here, so it could hold quite a lot of water, but the page isn't textured, it's just a smooth paper. So I believe it's hot press. The hot press is the smooth one, but then it's mixed media. So this is much better for like acrylics or gouache. But since I've been starting watercolor, no, it is not good for watercolor because it's sort of just, watercolor sort of just sits on it. It doesn't look that pretty or that nice to begin with compared to, let's look at this one here. I mean, this is one that I did, and you can feel the texture. It looks completely different. It's a much smaller version. These are two other things. This one is a canvas paper. I even did a hearse at the back of this one. So for this paper you can paint on both sides. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't make much of a difference. I believe there was another painting I did on that same type of paper. I don't know where I put it. I wonder. Oh no, it wasn't on that paper. It was in this book. Here she is. This book is also great. The paper is textured, so this book is also great. But this one, the paper doesn't carry any texture whatsoever. It's smooth. So it was a little bit disappointing. I don't want to say too much about it, but it was a bit disappointing. But you know what? If you want to go put $7,500 into this, then go ahead. Again, maybe this is because it's the first Blick product that I've used, but I prefer Strathmore when it comes to art supplies, the sketch pads. I have another watercolor pad of paper here. Here it is. So the next one that I'm going to do, I'm going to be using this watercolor paper. It's textured. We're going to see how it is, and maybe we might do this same painting but on a much smaller scale, or we're going to do something more. And there's even this last book over here that we have for $4,500, but this is for pencil sketch, but the paper is quite thick, so I want to see how my acrylics are going to work on it and if I can use watercolor in it. Not to mention we still have markers, so the mixed media, the two mixed media, we're also going to try our markers on them as well, our alcohol markers and our water-based markers. We're going to see how it goes. But I suggest you buy this small guy here. I'm going to go back and see if they have the Strathmore watercolor paper in the bigger pads. But I suggest you buy the small one if you're new to watercolor and you're now testing it out for the first time. Get the smaller guy. And if you want watercolor, don't go get these. It's watercolor, yes, but they're in small tubes. It's not really that pigmented. So I suggest getting these, they're poster paint. That's all they have on the box, but it's at Massey and it's a bit pricier, but it's much better. You only need a tiny amount. You can add a lot of water to it, and they work better as watercolor than the actual thing with watercolor written on it too. But then again, if you're from Guyana, you gotta make do with what you have, especially if you're on a budget. So these guys and this one is the perfect pair, to be honest. Or if you're looking for more of a sketchbook, then you should get the Mixed Media Visual Journal Strathmore Sketchbook. So that's what I'm going to recommend. I haven't tested this one out as yet, so this guy I haven't tested out as yet, so I can't really tell you whether I like it or not, but we'll see about it. We have some more that we need to go over, some more art supplies that I have not gotten the chance to show on videos yet. So just stick around and you guys might see them. Goodbye!